Real estate and garments.
And garments.
Yes, from China, Hong Kong.
Everyone calls you Ham.
Yeah.
But I'm going to call you Mr. Ham.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you made in Africa product?
100%. I'm
How?
Ugandan and proudly African.
Proudly African.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard a lot about you as one of the youngest millionaire in Uganda. Is it millionaire in dollars or millionaire in Ugandan shillings?
No, actually, I may be moving to $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
So, congratulations in advance.
Thank you, my brother.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm by the names of Mr. Hamis Chugundu, a Ugandan, a businessman trading in real estate, and now moving largely into agro-processing and value addition. I was born in Uganda. I've lived in Uganda all my life, and I'm born and bred of the current NRM administration.
29 years old.
Yeah.
In Uganda.
Yeah.
You've never left the country.
No, I travel in and out, but...
I mean, I'm talking about, like, you left Uganda to study abroad.
No. All I've done and all I've achieved in Africa. Actually, I think I'm a living example of the fact that you can make it in Africa.
So why the doubt that it's not possible to make it in Africa?
Actually, I think that is a little bit wide because it all comes down to one element, I think, which is reason. For me, I believe we're a direct reflection of our reasoning capacity. I would ask, what do you think is the difference between the West and us, despite the fact that Africa holds 80% of the world resources, yet exploitation takes place in the West, and they claim they donate to Africa, simply because we haven't figured out on how to utilize the prevailing resources we have at hand naturally to exploit them towards our own prosperity. So success and failure at the end of the day, just like I wrote a book, Success and Failure Based on Reason and Reality. For me, I believe reason is one of the governing elements of someone's capacity to articulately analyze what is before them and see how they can make it towards their own prosperity and the society at large. So the distance and gap between success and failure is merely reason.
Are you trying to say Africa is poor because you are not reasoning?
No, reason is a little bit deep because if I take it from a general perspective, let us take the world. I think all present, past, and future discoveries of humanities are a mere, or will be a mere reflection of the reasoning capacity of humanity or people of that particular period in time. Reason governs everything. When God created man, he created us with a mind. For me, I believe success and failure, it all starts and ends in the mind. There are limited resources in the world to satisfy man's unlimited wants. So it's how someone utilizes the limited resources towards their own progress, prosperity, and the societies where they live.
What's your definition for success?
Definition for success: survival can be success. A man can successfully survive on earth. So success is a little bit broad. Ability to live within your means and ability to manage your life and solve your problems can be an element of success. But as humans, we move for this success where you build empires, a lot of finances. Are you talking about that kind of success?
I think when it comes to success to so many, the word successful people, we say successful people are people who have been able to accumulate wealth.
Yeah, someone could say that Ham is a successful man, but but you see, for me, I believe ability to reason is an element of success. Because when you look at Africa and the West, I think the difference between Africa and the West is merely reason. Because you see, they have simply out-reasoned us. Something as simple as that. Because you hear me talk about reason, but just like I defined it in my book, actually I wrote 2 books, Success and Failure Based on Reason and Reality, another book which says Reason as the World Masterpiece. Why do I say reason as the world masterpiece? In life, we all have challenges.
Yeah.
And we all think. Thinking is basic, but reasoning is deep. When you think, act fast and short term. When you reason, you articulate deeply and act long term. That's why you see most of African programs, even when it comes to our countries, we don't tend to take the long term drive. We want short term. So, just like I defined reason in my book, reason is one's ability to deeply, articulately analyze the prevailing circumstances. Let it be an element of a challenge or a problem in order for that person to grasp and understand it in its totality within realistic perimeters, which gives them the ability to forge a corresponding solution to such a problem. You know, a productive continuous chain of one's ability to solve life challenges is what is transformed into progress and prosperity at the end of the day.
What problem are you solving in Uganda?
No, when you talk about Uganda, it's a little bit big. But what problems have I solved in my life? Maybe I hold all I have, like I told you, to some extent.
Yeah.
Our statuses and what we possess may it be a direct reflection of our reasoning capacity. If you ask me, Ham, what have you done to get where you are today? I'll give you an answer. Reason.
Is that what you did differently? Because you're so young, and what you've been able to achieve, I think my next question will be, what did you do different from your age mates or your peers?
Reason. Reason. Because you see, I'm constant on this thing of reason, because that's all. That's all there is if you want to solve a problem. When God created humanity, in fact, God created us naked, but with a brain. It is only through the brain that we manage to transform over a given period of time. Now we are flying, everything is on the phone, ICT.
Yeah.
These are all, you know, it is evidence of our reasoning capacity as humans. So when you ask me, Ham, what do you think you do different from others that has made you achieve what you achieved?
Yeah.
It's just reason. If we want to develop and elevate Africa, I think we should attack the mind of the Africans. If we can get Africans to reason, I think we shall have solved all the problems of Africa. If Africa holds all the world, majority of the world resources, yet we are still donated to up to date. We take resources in raw materials, minerals, and they are brought back in form of peanuts in donations. What stops us from utilization of the available resources and their exploitation towards a finished product in line or in the direction of our prosperity? What is stopping us? The resources are here now. What is stopping us?
You're not reasoning enough? But according to you, what do you think is the problem of Africa?
You know, I don't want it to sound arrogant. If you said inability to reason, but I think we haven't exploited our reasoning capacity to forge a way forward for our continent. Because at the end of the day, if you ask me what does Africa need to do to develop, I'll tell you things like unity. But it takes reason for us to unify. We cannot unify physically if we haven't unified in the mind. We talk about borders, but these borders are only physical. The real borders of Africa are in our minds. If we agreed mentally that we take out the borders, I think they would be out. But we fail to reason even on the simplest things. Africa would be would have one unified flag. Africa would have a free trading zone. Africa would be traveling on one passport. Why do I